reveal the truth.
There are a few working parts to a puppet show. There is the puppet master here. There's the stage. There's the audience. There are the strings to each puppet. And then there's the story. But there's also why. Why is the story? Why is the show happening? What is the puppet master? What is his motivation? Is it for the money? Is it for entertainment? Is it personal gain? What is it? Make no mistake, we are watching a show. The stage is the world. It's television, it's newspaper, it's speeches, it's the political elections, it's what's happening in Washington. You are the audience. And like any good show, they do have one goal in mind. They want you to feel something. But most shows don't have a hidden meaning behind it. They just want you to laugh. They want you to be entertained. This one, not so much. At the end of the show, you have a choice to make. They want you to get up from your seats. Of course, they have in mind what they are planning on you choosing, and they are just using this stage to try to make the case and convince you of it. It's really propaganda.
I don't think the technology.
There's her apparently almost falling, but captured, caught by people, presumably Secret Service agents around her. A little while ago, we saw Hillary Clinton leave her daughter's apartment building and
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
If it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally.
A new world order.
These allegations are false.
Weapons of mass destruction.
The USA Patriot Act.
The blueprint for large corporations.
We once were, we are no longer a Christian nation.
Donald Trump confirmed that he is considering a run in 2016.
Do it.
I am officially running for President of the United States.
He will never be President of the United States.
Donald Trump will never be elected President of the United States.
People are watching these results come in.
We're going to make this decision now. Donald Trump will be the 45th President of the United States.
Does it ever seem to you that President Trump has done more than any president in modern history?
In the 10 years I've been involved in politics, I've never seen an administration hit the ground running like this.
I could spend the rest of the hour laying out the accomplishments under the Trump presidency, despite everything thrown at him.
The market just had its 12th straight record close.
Taking action to save as many kids as they can.
We were energy independent under the Trump administration.
More Americans reported being employed than ever before.
Those who have served our country in the military to get access to mental health care.
The Great American Outdoors Act is the largest single piece of legislation to support our national parks and public land.
Created more than 7 million good-paying jobs.
Websites can be held liable in court for having sex trafficking content.
The Abraham Accords, which for any other president would have been multiple peace prizes.
America did not enter into a foreign war
unemployment rate in the U.S. fell to 3.5%.
The First Step Act eases federal sentencing for nonviolent offenders.
Increased funding for historically black colleges and universities.
Allows terminally ill patients easier access to experimental drugs.
Kept the inflation rate low.
Honored with the Bipartisan Justice Award.
Had a massive MS-13 gang problem. 3.9% is the unemployment rate.
Requiring airports to provide lactation rooms for breastfeeding mothers.
Middle class family income increased nearly $6,000.
A dramatic escalation in his crackdown on illegal immigration.
An advocate for educational choice.
Tariffs on Mexico and Canada.
An act preventing animal cruelty and torture.
Taking out Baghdadi, the head of ISIS, Soleimani, the Iranian general.
Save Our Seas Act commitment to environmental issues.
We're saying Merry Christmas again.
Community development in low-income urban and rural communities.
Help us to remember the importance of fighting off tyranny.
Pulling out of UNESCO, the World Health Organization, the Paris Climate Accords, reassessing NATO and the United Nations.
Stood up for Christianity and the Constitution more than any president in American modern history.
We are stopping the attacks on Judeo-Christian values. Do you miss me yet?
So you don't believe in God anymore?
That isn't something for you to worry about.
Did you know that if gravity were slightly more powerful, the universe would collapse into a ball?
I did not.
Also, if gravity were slightly less powerful, the universe would fly apart and there'd be no stars or planets.
Where are you going with this, Sheldon?
It's just that gravity is precisely as strong as it needs to be. And if the ratio of the electromagnetic force to the strong force wasn't 1%, life wouldn't exist. What are the odds that would happen all by itself?
Why are you trying to convince me to believe in God?
The precision of the universe at least makes it logical to conclude there's a creator. There are 5 billion people on this planet, and you're the perfect mom for me. What are the odds of that?
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about the trouble and trend of irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 For years they've been telling us.
The President of the United States is racist.
These comments are disgraceful and disgusting and are racist.
Donald Trump is a racist.
Yes, absolutely. I can say that now.
He has been racist.
Abraham Lincoln here is one of the most racist presidents we've had in modern history.
What if he never was a racist?
Is Trump a racist?
I've talked to a number of black entrepreneurs who are trying to get financing. They couldn't. Somebody told them to go check with Donald Trump.
What a beautiful person you are.
He gave them a term loan. They independently relate this tale that when they saw him, he said, "This what you supposed to pay me? This our agreement?" Said, "Yeah." And then tore the check up, shook their hands, and congratulations. Now run your business.
What if Donald Trump wasn't the man they told you he was?
There's a lot to be said for Donald Trump. Yeah, there's a lot, you know. He's a good guy. He is really a good guy. He's not a racist. He's not.
Growing up in the Deep South, I've seen racism up close. I know what it is, and it isn't Donald Trump.
Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK.
So here now is just a sampling of the long history of misogyny we have seen over the years from Donald Trump.
Who is a sexist?
And now a sweeping report about the way he treats women.
He's been sexist.
What if he was never a sexist?
I've known my father obviously my whole life, and he has total respect for women.
A woman in the audience asked Trump if he'd hire veterans at that hotel. Here's how he responded.
Do you mind if I do a job interview right now? We need good people. How are you?
Yes. Mr. Trump, what we just witnessed here was pretty remarkable. I mean, this is a complete stranger who just came up and you offered her a job. What inside your gut gave you the feeling that
I
you
felt
could give
good
her a
about
job?
her. I tell you what, I looked at her. I said, I have gut instinct, okay? Look at that with the tears. How nice. She just seemed like a good person to me.
He's a race baiting.
He's a pig.
Xenophobic.
A mutt.
Religious bigot.
He appeared to mock a reporter with a disability.
What if he wasn't a bigot at all? What if he was actually warm and compassionate?
I'm President Donald Trump for you.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, hold on 1 minute.
All right, sounds good.
Can I have
Holy Christ, what do I get to...
Alright, Jay. You
Hey.
look handsome to me. I just saw a picture of you.
No, you're giving me kind honors.
Hey, Jeff. A lot of good things are happening, too. Don't kid yourself. A lot of good things are happening in terms of the medical stuff. You keep that fight going. We both fight, okay? You keep that going, okay?
I will do my end.
In a world where illusions can deceive, discernment becomes our lantern, guiding us to uncover the untold truth that may lie obscured by the hands of perception.
And one of the beautiful things of the pause, if there is such a thing as a beautiful thing, but one of the important factors of the pause is that we see how bad they've done. So we will be able to do it properly, and it will be much easier. Everybody will agree with us because everybody sees what a bad job has been done during this 2-year period, and it will be a 4-year period. Everybody sees that. It will be much easier for us to do what has to be done.
All right, so this here's a video of that creepy woman, Shelley Mola Capito, when she pokes Mitch McConnell in the hand. Watch this here. I'm recording off a big screen TV, so just be patient, but watch. She pokes him in the hand, and look at this guy looking right at her as she does it. And then this dude over here, he watches and he smirks at what she did. And Mitch turns into a turtle. So she comes along. Pokes him in the hand. This guy's looking to see if he got passed out from it. And this dude over here's got the smirk going on.
They were pissed. When this stuff gets out there, there's a reason why they can't be on the streets anymore. And this is why. This is what they were doing. This is what we're trying to red pill and wake everybody up. So, I had put this out probably a year and a half ago, so some people know it, but since I have way more people now subscribed who don't know it, and people are trying to figure out what's going on, here you go.
675,000 Clinton emails when they got Anthony Weiner's laptop in a search warrant because of all his sex perversion issues. It was all the Clinton emails, the Clinton Foundation, her Secretary of State emails, Huma Abedin's emails. Lots of people emailed Huma as a proxy for Hillary. So one of the things, if I were the president, I'd do is demand the Anthony Weiner laptop and get it to the most trusted person in the military to take apart everything on it and then start using it. There's a lot that can be prosecuted. I have no doubt on that laptop. In fact, I heard that the New York police officers who saw some of it, even though they're hardened investigators, literally had to go throw up. It's bad.
Frazzle drip, Hitler masquerading in the face mask of kids added to the body count. Dark web.
You're one of those people that looked older when you were young. Now you look a little young that you're older. I don't know how you did it.
It's a fountain of youth, Ari.
It was running a child sex trafficking ring out of the basement of a pizzeria.
I mean, actually taking a cue from folks like yourself. We decided, I mean, actually taking a cue from folks like yourself. We decided, I mean, actually taking a cue from folks like yourself.
Of the kings who are gone, Jenny would dance with her ghosts, the ones she had lost and the ones she had found, and the ones who had loved her the most, the ones who'd been gone for so very long. She couldn't remember their names. They spun her around on the damp old stones, spun away all her sorrow and pain. And she never wanted to leave, 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 never wanted to leave.
She couldn't remember their names. They spun around on the damp cold stone, spun away your sorrow and pain, and she never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave. They danced through the day and into the night, through the snow that swept through the hole, from winter to summer and winter again, till the walls did crumble and fall. And she never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave, and she never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave.
The ones who'd been gone for so very long. She couldn't remember the name. They spun her around on the damp cold stone, spun away her sorrow and pain, and she never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave.
They're not just being brilliant. This has been gamed out on supercomputers. In fact, the team that's backing the president, that's in the background that you don't know about, that you don't hear about, this military intelligence operation, they are gaming this out multiple times a day on supercomputers, looking at how the public is responding, looking at these markers that they have that show where the public is at emotionally and mentally. And I keep hearing from people, they can't take it anymore. The public's not going to be able to take it anymore. It's going too long. No, it isn't. It's taking the time it takes.
Her second husband was baseball immortal Joe DiMaggio.
I didn't. And for that, I will pay. Yeah, you need to prepare with the feeling of being betrayed by someone you love, which would be me. Junior is going to change the world. And he's very, very in touch with the light. It's going to be great, and it's a shame that I'm going to miss it. It's a shame that I'm going to miss it, because I was so stupid. So stupid. Am I in danger? Yeah, I'm in danger, but only because of myself. Only because of myself. This is a blow to the awakening. Yeah, it really fucking is, guys. It really is. It really is, and it's all my fault. It's all my fault. I deleted everything on my Instagram because I'm gonna get a lot of hate. I'm gonna get a lot of hate. A lot of hate is coming my way. A lot of anger is coming my way. And it's deserved. Are we living in the end times? No, we're living in the beginning times. We are living in the beginning of a great new age. And it's a shame that I will be probably not around for the first part of it. Am I in danger? Yeah, I am in danger, and it's all my fault. That some things were planted inside my consciousness, and they went on repeat. Where we go one, we go all. Yep, and I decided to go a different direction.
Time and again, he would step forward and keep his promise, even when the dark clouds of political crisis gathered over America. After a deluded gunman assassinated President Kennedy,
And who are you? The proud Lord said that I must bow so low. Only a cat of a different coat, that's all the truth I know. In a coat of gold or a coat of red, a lion still has claws, and mine are long and sharp, my lord, as long and sharp as yours. And so he spoke, and so he spoke, that Lord Castamere. But now the rains weep o'er his hall, with no one there to hear. Yes, now the rains weep o'er his hall, and not a soul to hear. And so he spoke, and so he spoke, that Lord of Castamere. But now the rains weep o'er his hall, with no one there to hear. Yes, now the rains weep o'er his hall, and not a soul to hear. And so he spoke, and so he spoke, that Lord cast me in. But now the rains we bore is hall, with no one there to hear. Yes, now the rains we bore is hall, and not a soul to hear.
My partner, Michael Berman, and I started George to try and bring a fresh new style to the way we cover politics.
The week leading up to the accident, there was a lot.
Maybe I'm loyal to a fault, but I'm so loyal to people that when somebody's slightly disloyal to me, I look upon it as a great act of horror.
And how are you different than you were 3 or 4 years ago?
Well, I used to say, and in fact, I think I said in the first book that, and maybe this was foolish, but I really meant it, that someday I'd like to maybe lose everything for a period of time to see who's loyal and who's not loyal. And frankly, I found out a lot of things.
Did you find out who's loyal and not loyal?
I'll tell you what, and you can't guess it. You can't predict it. You think certain people would be loyal no matter what, and it turns out that they're not. And you just can't predict it. It's very difficult.
And that
I think I would have treated people differently. I think that, some of the people that were most loyal to me are people that I didn't think would be. Some of the people that were least loyal to me are people that I think I would have treated them differently. I think I would have treated different groups differently. I would have wiped the floor with the guys that weren't loyal, which I will now do, which is great. I love getting even with people. But I will.
Slow up. You love getting even.
Oh, absolutely. You don't believe in the eye for the eye? You do.
No.
I know you well enough. I think you do. But anyway,
But tell me, you're going to get even with some people. Because
I know, if given the opportunity, I will get even with some people that are disloyal to me.
Oh my God.
Even though you didn't endorse me.
He's not forgotten.
Never forget.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 17. Learn to do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed, take up the cause of the fatherless, plead the case of the widow.
disgrace to our country. And we've caught them. We've caught them all. We've got it all on tape. We've caught them all. And by the way, you gave the idea for the Logan Act against General Flynn. You better take a look at that, because we caught you in a sense. And President Obama was sitting in the office. He knew about it too. So don't tell me about a free transition.